Okay. Hopefully this starts off nicely. Everybody, welcome. Just gonna wait for some people to actually get in here before I properly start the stream. Let me just grab something. I'm also just boiling some water currently. Boiling water, okay? Just boiling water, that's the noise you'll hear in the background right now. Okay. Hello, is anybody out there? It's me, Dylan G. No. Is it... Why am I not getting the comments? They can usually get the comments. Let's see. Can't seem to get the comments, guys, so nothing's showing up for me. Come on, there's the comments. Hello, people are here. Welcome back to my kitchen. Hopefully the audio and visual is a bit better than the stream I did 2 days ago. If you don't know why I'm doing this, one, I'm on my own in my house, and two, because did I break the stream already? What do you mean, did I break the stream again? I don't know what you mean, Jess. So yeah, welcome. Basically, everything has been going wrong with everything I own. My camera has broken, so the thing I film with normally is broken. It just won't film anymore. So I've had to buy a new one, but that means no videos for the coming days. And yeah, so that is what it is. So we're doing this, so if there's any suggestions for things that you want me to do or listen to, put them in the chat now. We'll listen to pretty much anything, K-pop wise, not anything. K-pop, this is a K-pop stream, preferably, you know, unknown stuff, new stuff, things that you don't think I'll know. Right now we're listening to some Day 6, you'll be able to see that in the bottom right hand side. So yeah, that's cool, but let's get some suggestions up in the comments. I'm going to be making my dinner whilst this is happening. So right now I'm boiling some water that I am going to cook some potatoes in. Yes, so we're still waiting for some people to get into the stream. I've tweeted it out. It would be awesome if you guys could tweet it out. That is a very off potato. I'll have to double check that all these potatoes are actually alright to eat. They're a little bit soft, but they're not sprouting at all, which is generally alright. I never know how many potatoes to do, because I'm doing mashed ones. That's probably fine, isn't it? Hell, there's only 2 left anyway. I can always save mashed potato for another time. Let me know if the audio's alright, please. So please do let me know about the audio, because in the last stream it turned out I had my laptop's microphone on the whole time and I didn't realise. So let me know if the audio sounds clear or if it's fuzzy and awful. I'm trying to make it better. Anyway, we're getting some suggestions in the chat. Will you listen to The Light by In Fact? I'm using Spotify, so please make sure these groups are on Spotify and stuff. The Light, there we go. We are listening to The Light by In Fact. So yeah, let's get some things in. I'll try to keep up with the chat. Audio is better than last time. Audio is perf, but it's still trash. Audio is pretty good. I might just stream it on my phone for a second to see what it's like, because yes, you guys know it's. I hate having shitty audio. For me, I always click off videos when the audio is shitty. Yeah. Oh, so I was right last time. The audio was bad. Yes, Matt. When you mentioned it, the audio was bad. I'd left my microphone speaker on. It was when the audio was shitty. Yes. Okay, so that's perfect. That's fine. Thank you very much, guys. Keep the suggestions going. I've managed to turn off the song, haven't I? Oh, shitting hell. There we go. Okay, now let's get to cooking. I need to boil my water. So I put on the kettle. Okay, so today in Ginno's culinary school, I am making pave steaks with a side of mashed potatoes and rocket. So a very simple meal. I actually like to make this meal. I've decided to do 2 steaks. Yeah, it's going to be rather lovely. Unfortunately, I seem to have misplaced the proper grater, so I'm going to have to use this more sort of cheese grater. I don't know where the actual grater is, but yeah, it's going to take a little while. So keep the comments coming in. How much coffee have you had? You seem a bit hyper. I haven't had any coffee, but I've already had 2 beers. So that. Also, I just haven't done anything today. It's not quite as hot today as it has been for a while. It was storming last night, and so it's much cooler today, but it's going to get hot again in like 2 days. The dog has been much better behaved today, seems to be coping without my mum around. Oh, this is going to take so long to peel all these potatoes, what the hell. Jesus Christ. Okay, so I'm Factor, amazing. You're getting really in touch with your inner Gordon Ramsay. Why, thank you. You know, I pride myself on being, you know, a guy that knows how to cook. I know that's like a boy who knows how to cook. I know that's maybe like fulfilling male stereotypes, but really none of the guys I know how to cook. Some of the girls don't. Like, it's not just like boys that don't know how to cook. Some of the girls I know don't either. But like, my mum taught me to cook from an early age, so like I've always enjoyed it as well. Like, I enjoy cooking. I especially love baking. I love baking cakes. I love making puddings. That's my favourite thing to do. Damn, I really like this song. I've never listened to this before, actually. I've listened to a little bit of I'm Fact. Is that how you pronounce their name, by the way? I'm Fact? Or is it In Fact or something like that? I don't know. You should play Trigger by Shiny. Maybe. This is why you find your supplies before you start, Dylan. Gosh. I tried to find the supplies before I started, but I seem to have just completely misplaced the peeler. It's very irritating. The only one I'm seeing is Trigger by Shiny. Let's see. So I'll do that now. Let's see. I'm Medicine's disciple. Remember me? I don't. From that, I'm afraid. Oh my God, Amaze! It's you. I'm sorry. I'm very confused. Okay, King of Boiling Kettles. Yes, exactly. I'm a British boy. I make tea. I boil kettles all the time. That is. I wouldn't say it's my favourite thing. I'm more of a coffee guy, if I'm going to be completely honest. I know it's very un-English of me, but I am more of a coffee guy. In fact, I'm a bit of a sucker for coffee. I was actually, my mum's got me hooked on this podcast, Dr. Chattanooga? No, not Chattanooga. I've forgotten his name. I haven't listened to it that much, but he was talking about sleep, mental health, and coffee, and how detrimental coffee is. So I wouldn't say I've been scared into it, but I am in general trying to reduce my coffee intake, and I think that is a good thing, if I'm going to be completely honest. Come to Liverpool so we can take a selfie. A selfie. Well, I'm in Manchester. I'm afraid I can't really go to Liverpool. I mean, it's not that far, but I'd have to get a train and everything. I don't know if you can't see my comments or you're just passing them. They're very small and on my screen, so I have to sort of lean in to see them. So yeah. You're British citizen? No, it's not. There's nothing wrong with not drinking tea. I know lots of people that don't drink tea. In fact, like, amongst young people, I would say coffee is more commonly drank than, like, British builders' tea. And every other country seems to think British people drink tea like fruit teas and green. No, British people, like, the traditional tea is builder's tea. It's that's the traditional English tea. Some people sometimes drink Earl Grey or things like that, but in general, it's, you know, builder's tea. I'm not sure if I'm going to do all these potatoes. I don't like tea or coffee, but I loved iced tea and iced coffee. I guess that's fairly normal. I'm British, yes, I legit hate every stereotypical British thing. I'm a little bit along those lines. I don't like many stereotypical British things. I do have to say, I like normal tea, like I do drink tea, but, you know, like, I've never understood crumpets, why people like crumpets, very uninteresting to me. So yeah, let's get some let's get some more song suggestions. Do I like Korean food? Yes, I do. I like a lot of foods. I like most foods, in fact. I'm not particularly fussy. I will pretty much eat / try everything. There are certain starchy vegetables I don't like, so I'm not keen on like sweet potatoes. I'm not keen on things like parsnips or courgettes. But otherwise, like in general, I will eat practically anything just to try it. I've eaten loads of weird things in my life as well. But yeah. Would you try haggis though? I've had haggis loads of times. I love haggis. I think it's really tasty. It's just like a slightly less meaty black pudding, and I love black pudding as well. I like haggis. What are you cooking today? I am making pave steaks with a side of mashed potatoes made a la Dylan. I do them slightly different to some people. Basically loads of cream. And then I do, I'm doing a side, like a vegetable side of rocket with some olive oil. So, yes. Baby by Astro. Yes, I would like to do some Astro actually. Astro have had their comeback, and I relatively enjoyed some of their new music, but yeah, I wouldn't say I was that into it. I joined in talking about vegetables. Vegetables are a very interesting topic. What's everybody's favourite vegetable? Put it in the chat. I was going to do that Astro track. What's everyone's favourite vegetable? My favourite is probably broccoli, I would say. Though, you know, I'm also very, very partial to green beans, very partial to tomatoes, if you can consider them vegetables, more of a fruit really, but I mean, to be honest, that's just pedantics. Can you play Good Luck by Beast? Yeah, sure. Hopefully I don't forget. I'm incredibly forgetful in the streams, guys, so please keep me on my toes. If I say I'm going to do a track and then I forget, please put in the chat, you forgot to do this, you said you'd do it, and I will do it. But please don't get angry, because it is hard to keep track of everything, especially while I'm doing things. So yeah, Astro don't have my sort of music yet. I love them, I don't know why. Astro are a very interesting group, actually. I think they obviously struggle with their company. Their company can't afford much promotion and stuff. I think that's enough potatoes. Maybe I'll do... I'm not that hungry, so I think that's probably going to be enough potatoes. So let's just turn that up a little bit and salt that water. I always salt my water. I generally think it gives a slightly nicer taste to what I'm cooking in here. So I'm just boiling these so that they're soft and easily mashable. Okay, so what's everyone's favourite vegetable? Let's see. Sweet potatoes, sweet corn, or cabbage? Cabbage, yeah, I'm a big fan of cabbage at Christmas, especially red cabbage. There's some carrots, some corn and green peas. I like green peas, but I tend to be more into petit pois. So I'm alright on sweet corn, it's not my favourite. I prefer it on the cob, I don't know why, maybe it's a aesthetic thing. I also really like cucumber, but only really in salads. I wouldn't just generally eat it. So yeah, I'll just put Good Luck by Beast on the queue, because I'm going to forget otherwise. Yes, it is on Spotify. I'll add that to the queue. Let's see, what else is everybody saying? EXO by Power. Maybe at some point in the stream. I do want to keep it to songs I haven't listened to in a while, but at the end I tend to do sort of a stream, and we sometimes play some games. Potatoes, especially mashed potatoes, yes. So good. Bangers and mash, classic. I mean, I'm a big fan of bangers and mash. Like, yeah, I especially like it with gravy. I think bangers and mash really does need gravy. Today I'm not doing gravy. I was gonna make a sort of steak sauce, but I seem to have run out of the ingredients. I didn't do proper prep for this, so I don't have the ingredients for the sauce, unfortunately. So yeah. Yeah, okay. Everyone seems to love potatoes. How can you hate bangers and mash? Am I drinking beer? Yes, I am. This is a Grimbergen. This is a French beer. It's a blonde. It's a fairly high in alcohol beer. It's a lager. Really nice. One of my go-to beers, actually. Missing You B2B is so good. Yes, it is. This is a great song. Great song. This... Oh yeah, this is Good Luck. It doesn't seem to have loaded on my Spotify. How bizarre. Okay, apologies for this 1 second. My Spotify seems to have died. I don't like... How can you not like sausages? Okay, why is my Spotify not working on my laptop? Apologies, guys. You're just currently getting a view of nothing. How bizarre. Sorry about that. They're just really, really annoying. It just decided to not work. There we go. Much better. Is that? Yeah, that's a good angle, isn't it? Okay. Sorry about that brief interruption, guys. Let's get back to it. I don't really like pig meat in general. That's interesting. Pork has always been one of my favourite meats. Share the alcohol. I mean, I can't really share it through the camera. Could you do Woods different? I've never heard of Woods. Is it on Spotify? Is it Kpop? I've never heard of them. Woods sing. Oh, it's an artist. Don't see why not. I just don't want to get in trouble. Because some companies are funny about it. This song kills me. It's really good, isn't it? I haven't listened to this in yonks. Yeah, chicken is the best thing to have existed. I'm actually not that big into chicken. I'm just putting it out there. I'm not that big into chicken. Okay, Woods used to be in Unique. Ah, okay, that's interesting. Never heard the song before. It's good. Yeah. This is what's great about these streams. Not only do I get exposed to new music, is everyone else here gets exposed to new music. Duck is also very good. Duck is a very nice meat. Okay, I'm just going to double check on the stuff. Yeah, that's alright. I might start preparing my steaks. So, what I have here today is a type of steak called a pave steak. It's a really thick cut of meat. It's already been cut for me and then vacuum packed so that it hasn't lost any of the myoglobin, which is what most people talk about as blood. It's not actually blood, it's myoglobin. It stays in the muscle and is used in respiration there. So that's a common misconception, but anyway, it's been vacuum packed to keep that in, so it has all this fantastic juice still in it, and it's nice, and when you cook it, it's tender. I tend to have it very, very rare, actually. I'm a big fan of fairly undercooked meat, and this is a very safe meat. I bought this in France, here in Paris, and it's very safe. It's very nice meat, so it's all health and safety standards are met. I'm just getting rid of the potato skins. Oh. Anyway, so let's keep the suggestions running. Keep the suggestions running. And ask any questions you have to ask. And I'll do a little thing here. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and on my Instagram. Subscribe to my other channel, Ginnoville. It's where I do other music reviews, reactions to hip-hop, soul music, R&B, pop, rock. Well, basically, whatever I want to do. This channel pretty much is for the Southeast Asian, genres of music. So K-pop, C-pop, well, the Chinese music. I barely ever do any these days. I really do need to get back into that. Then I also do some Vietnamese music, some Thai music, some Japanese music. So yeah. Okay. Let's keep going. I usually have it medium rare. I have it very rare. Sometimes, like in France, I say sagnon, which is sort of like, it doesn't mean red. It just sort of means like essentially red in the middle, and that's how I like it, especially these, because these are such thick cuts of meat. Science 101 with Ginno. Yes, you don't know I'm a biochemist, so I know quite a bit about cooking and stuff. AKMU, yes, I haven't listened to AKMU in a while. That's a good suggestion. And what song was it? Ugly. How about I listen to that? Play Ugly. I don't think I've listened to that before. Okay, so that's added to the queue. You hate Undercooked Me, I can't respect you. Do you like J-pop? I mean, J-pop isn't a genre really. It's, you know, it's so varied and there's so many different sounds. I have quite a few artists that I follow in Japan. I listen to a lot of K-pop groups releases in Japan as well. I tend to find them not to be very interesting because they are very much just appealing to a market. I don't mind it when they transition songs over. So like if, you know, like BTS did their Blood, Sweat, Tears Japanese version or whatever, I understand that and I quite like that because it's the same song. But I tend not to like K-pop groups releasing a Japanese album. I tend to find that the sound isn't very interesting and they're just trying to appeal to a market. So yeah. Yeah. Could you do Riri, That's My Baby? It's Japanese but sounds more Western. I can't do that on this stream because Japanese companies are very likely to take down the stream and stuff like that. So do have to just be careful. So like most K-pop companies are absolutely fine with me doing these videos. They'll just claim them and earn the ad revenue. But Japanese companies like Avex and stuff often are not alright with it, and they will actually force takedown videos and stuff, which can get me copyright strikes or the video will get banned worldwide. Which it doesn't affect my channel if it gets banned worldwide. It just means I've spent 30 minutes making a video or doing this stream and nobody can watch it anymore. Okay. I have never had any better way to cook steak. Medium rare is superior. Medium rare is fine. It's the staple. It's the easiest thing to do. But if you have a good cut of meat and you want to taste the flavors and maintain the juice and get that moisture, then the best way to have it is undercooked, so sort of a rare. That if you want to maintain the moisture. If you don't trust the meat, yeah, you can cook it through and that's fine. I don't trust anybody who has it cooked through. Like medium rare is normal. Imagine keeping it on the grill or whatever for another 5 minutes. You're a psychopath if you do that. You don't want strikes though. I don't want strikes. I definitely don't want strikes. Not after my past experiences with strikes. Okay, I'm just going to put my thing on and do that. So I'm just olive oiling the pan. So this is instead of using a proper grill, I have a grill pan that I'm going to cook my steaks on. You get these. It's basically essentially frying them, but you get these lovely grill lines on them. So once you cook the steak, it looks fantastic, and I love doing that. Okay. There we go, look at that, it's beautiful. So that will give me, I need to put that on a lower heat actually, otherwise the olive oil will just burn. You don't want burnt olive oil, it doesn't taste nice. Yeah, you don't want to burn your olive oil. So I need to just check on my potatoes, how are they doing? Forgot my fork. Okay, because these steaks are quite big, I need a proper knife when I'm eating them, so I'll be using this knife. Let's see what's not quite done yet. The potatoes do with about 5 minutes, I would say. My sister cooks it all the way through because she can't deal with the blood. It's not actually blood. It's actually myoglobin. It's not the same as blood. It's just the juice. It's actually just like the meat juices. So yeah, well done steak. No, well done steak is gritty and there's no flavour to it. It's just gritty and nothing. All the juice has been evaporated and cooked out of it. So there's no flavours by then. Especially with thicker cuts. If you're having a thin cut steak, sort of a flat thin cut, then it is what it is. So yes. But then again, food is very subjective. Everybody likes things differently. So, you know, if you're a chef, you can't not cook something because you don't like it that way. And the person who has asked for it has it that way. Unless you're in Paris and you ask for a well-cooked steak, they might actually ask you to leave the restaurant because they find it absolutely disgusting. Anyway, sorry. We've got Priston on. Well, we'll listen to this song, but let me just put something on. Let's see, what are people suggesting? I don't want to do any Stray Kids. I've been listening to quite a bit of Stray Kids recently. Newest Overcome? Yeah, I haven't listened to much Newest. I keep on saying I will, and then I don't, and that's pretty bad. It is indeed on Spotify, so I'll put that on the queue. Guys, if you think I've missed the suggestion, I probably have. Please suggest it. Please suggest it. Yeah, by Stray Kids. I've been listening to a lot of Stray Kids recently, so maybe later in the stream, I'll be streaming for another hour and 40 minutes or so. So I will play that at some point. So if you are happy to patiently wait 30 minutes. Not gonna lie, I eat steak with a butter knife. I mean, there's nothing wrong with eating steak with a butter knife. I'm a big fan of using a proper sharp knife, because especially with steak like this, because it's thick cut, as I have said. Yeah. Okay. Keep the suggestions rolling. If you have any questions, once again, ask away. I think my potatoes will probably be done, so I can get my cream out and my masher. Okay, so because we have just been to England, we managed to pick up some Marks & Spencer's extra thick double cream. This is the best cream there is, honestly. I have never found a better cream than this. It tastes amazing, it's that perfect consistency. You can cook it, you can have it with puddings, you can put it in anything apart from coffee. Don't put it in coffee, it's far too thick for coffee. So, now I need my masher. I'm not actually sure my mum has a masher. I probably should have checked that. It's not in there. I'm sure my mum has a masher. Surely. Oh. She does. It's here. I probably should have got that out beforehand. The great thing about this meal is you don't have to use an oven. It's all done on top of the thing. Now, my steak has already been slightly marinated, but I'm going to put some salt and pepper on it anyway. I think it goes into the meat a little bit better. So, and you get some lovely flavours when it cooks. Salt, I'm not that... I like salt a lot, but I'm also very wary of how it affects me. So yes, just gonna lightly salt it rather than go crazy on it. This is pepper. So I was having actually a discussion on Twitter about doppelgangers. People keep on saying I look like Shawn Mendes. I get Shawn Mendes a lot. I also get Nick Jonas sometimes. Some people jokingly say I look like Wallace from Wallace and Gromit, but somebody sent me a picture today of an old US senator who looks just like me. Go onto my Twitter, I've retweeted it. He looks just like me. It's actually spooky. I'm terrified about how much I look like him, especially when I'm wearing glasses, because he wears glasses, but our faces look exactly the same. I can see Shawn Mendes more than Nick. I can't really see either of them, but I do get Shawn Mendes the most. I guess because people who follow me are more likely to know who Shawn Mendes is. So yeah, create a new channel and call it Cooking with Ginno. I would love to do, a cooking show. I think that'd be hilarious. But at the same time, I don't think people would watch it. I mean, that's pretty much what this is. Like, I'm just streaming and cooking. And I'm really liking that this is a really small chat. I can keep track of it and I don't have like 90 people in here bombarding me with messages. It's nice that there's a small amount. It's really cool. I'm making hamburgers tonight. What do you suggest I make with it? If you've got some potatoes, add some potatoes. add some vegetables, whether they are, you know, like cooked vegetables or some salady bits. Burgers, I mean, you can add some carbohydrate bread type things, but personally I would go potatoes. I just think that sort of starch is a little bit nicer than sort of bread. So yes, okay, I think my potatoes might be done. I'm going to give them a little bit more actually. Still a little bit firm. I'd watch it. You have to go. Thank you very much for coming out, Aqua Blue. Thank you very much regardless, even for the short period. I will be here for another hour and a half, so you can always come back if you are still around. I feel like you're more of a mix between Nick and Sean. I mean, I think everybody's a mix of everybody at some point, aren't they? Okay, I'm getting very hungry now, so I think I might prepare my salad now. I think I'm going to do a mix of rockets and spinach, because I think I both. Maybe not. I don't appear to have any rockets. Spinach. So I'm going to do a rocket salad. Where's my dog? My dog is usually around my feet when I'm cooking. Except he has disappeared for some reason. Okay, oh there he is. Hello Wolfie. No, don't try to run away. This is my dog. He just nabbed a piece of rocket, didn't you? You silly bugger. Can you do Groovy Room? Tell me. Groovy Room, is that by somebody? Or is that Groovy Room? Okay, so the group is called Groovy Room? Never heard of Groovy Room. Which song? Tell me. Yeah, oh, with Sicky and Girible. Okay, yeah, sure. Well, we've got YJSN on right now, Babyface. We may as well listen to that. So let's keep the suggestions going. My mum made a table tonight and I'm getting restless, waiting for it to be... I mean, I'm always hungry. Groovy Room are producers. Oh, okay. That's interesting, okay. So my potatoes will be done, so I'm just going to drain them. Oh, this is annoying. I hate it when this happens. So at university, my sieve can always fit in the sink and I can pour stuff straight into it. I can't do that here because the sinks are too bloody big. Okay, I need to put the steaks on now. I'm really rushing now because I'm suddenly hitting that point where I actually need to do things. Okay, I just need to drain those potatoes a little bit longer. So I'm just waiting for the pan to heat up a little bit more. Can you do Shiny Why So Serious if you haven't already heard it? I do know Shiny Why So Serious. I'm a big fan of the song. It's actually probably one of my favourite Shiny songs. But I'm trying to do some more like rare songs, things that I don't generally listen to. So I'll save that for the end of the stream if you can remember. Did you see the Gugu Dan comeback between us? I haven't seen any Gugu Dan stuff recently, actually. I think they had a comeback whilst I was in England, so I missed it, but I also haven't come back and listened to it. I've been bombarded with songs and music to listen to. There's been a lot of stuff recently, so I'm a little bit behind on everything. I'm still only just getting to things like the Astro comeback and like the FT Island EP. So yeah, it was yesterday. Okay, so it was yesterday. Okay, well I'm sure I could fit that into my schedule at some point to listen to. If you want to suggest something now, then go ahead and do that. We can listen to it on the stream if you want, because I'm probably not going to do a reaction to it because my camera is broken. So there's probably a different group of people here than there were at the beginning. My camera has broken, that's why there haven't been any videos recently. So I ordered a new camera, and so that should be arriving at some point next week. But it's being shipped from England, so it could be a little bit. Part of the reason I'm doing these streams right now, also I'm alone at home at the moment and I'm going absolutely insane talking to myself. Okay, let's put the steak on. Okay, lovely, lovely, lovely. I meant La Boom. Yes, La Boom had a comeback yesterday, didn't they? Is that who you're referencing? Not Goo Goo Dan. I always get that name wrong. La Boom. Yes, I saw that they had a comeback. I haven't got to that at all. Like I said, my camera's been broken, so it's been a bit of a shit fest. Okay, I need to get to my potatoes. They are lovely and drained. I'm going to mash them a little bit. Hopefully, I think I've made enough. Like, I didn't want too many potatoes. Okay, doesn't seem like there's that much actually. It's not much. Okay, well, we're going to add lots of cream though to even it all out, give it a creamy, creamy texture. Lost a bit there. Okay, it's looking nice. Now I want to keep it hot. I don't want it to, get cold whilst I'm cooking my steak. So I need to keep it on the heat a little bit at low temperature. I sort of rush down a little bit without doing that much. Seems like a nice amount. I didn't want too much potato because it's so filling, and I am trying not to eat quite as much. I've also got 2 steaks. They produce a lot of J Park and Hayes' music, more Korean hip hop. That's interesting. Okay, so I'll keep track of Groovy Room. In general, I do like when people give producers credit and people that do DJing credit, because it's something that doesn't happen much in hip hop in the US. It's a little bit of a dirty secret. Rappers are given so much more credit than the people that make the actual music. People that are the lyricists always get the stuff. So yeah, okay, let's get some more suggestions rolling in. Mino X haha shoot. Haha. Okay, yes, okay. Mino X haha. I only have SSO. Is that maybe what you are asking for? I'll add that to my queue anyway, so we can listen to that now. Yeah, so I will be eating my dinner in a second, which means I need to start moving over rooms. Last night this was a disaster trying to move room. Not last night, the night before. It's all sort of blending into one. But I will be trying to make that quickly. I'm going to have a bottle of red wine. Not a whole bottle. I'm not going to drink a whole bottle. What I'm having tonight is a Delas wine. It's a French wine. Typical France. It doesn't actually put the grapes on it, but it is from the Rhone Valley. It's a nice red. It's quite hearty, fairly strong, but it's only a 13.5 alcohol percent. Yeah, I opened it yesterday and had a couple of glasses, so I'll try and finish it today. Okay, I need to flip over the steaks in a second, so this is a vacuum van, so it's been I sucked out all the air and created a vacuum in the wine bottle so that it doesn't become horrible overnight. It's a nice glass. Okay. So I need to start moving my stuff. I'll flip the steaks, then move my stuff. No, they need a bit more. I'm gonna salt and pepper and olive oil my salad there. Put the cream. Is that? Yeah, there's more than enough cream in the potatoes. Can always. I think I'm gonna have some ketchup with this meal. I usually wouldn't have ketchup with steak. I usually have sort of a béarnaise sauce or sort of like a I personally prefer a blue cheese sauce, but that I can't have blue cheese sauce at home. Would only ever have that at a restaurant. So usually I'd have béarnaise, but I seem to be out of béarnaise, and there's no steak sauce and there's no gravy, so I think I might just do ketchup. Which is a bit gross, I'm not gonna lie. I don't really like ketchup with steak. Ketchup goes with chips and you know, like that sort of thing. Doesn't go so much with other things. So much alcohol. It's really not that much alcohol. I've had what? Three small bottles of beer. So these are 250. So it's less than a pint and a half. So it's really not much. And then I've had. Well, I'm gonna have a glass of red, and then we'll see after that. But yeah. Okay. I really need to start moving stuff over, so I need to flip the steaks. Could have done with a bit more. I think maybe I haven't positioned the thing right. That's a bit annoying. Okay, so I need to start moving stuff over. So this could be a bit awkward / inconvenient. Apologies, you get a lovely view of my face. I'm also... Oh, that could have ended very badly. I almost knocked a glass off the table, and you're probably hearing me super duper loud. This is a lovely view, right? Sexy. Okay, I will be here in a second. I'm just grabbing some more stuff. Okay. Let's move that back. I only recently found Ginno's reaction to Shiny One Fine Day, and it was actually really nice to watch it again. Yes, I have kept my Shiny One Fine Day reactions up. I've deleted a lot of old videos that I don't really want my channel sort of seen making. So I deleted a lot of old videos that I didn't really like and I didn't want up anymore. But one thing I couldn't delete was my Shiny One Fine Day reactions, because I think they really sort of epitomise my relationship when I was younger, and Shiny One Fine Day was a fantastic show and I loved it so much. The fact that I made 40 videos about it, I guess probably there was 8 episodes or 10 episodes. God damn, that was a great show. Oh god. Will, get out of here, you loser. Oh my god, you're such a sad boy. Go away and just live in London, you loser. If you don't know, Will is my classmate. He was in one of my British Students React. Yeah, could he get out of here? Plug for British Students React. Hopefully it'll be returning sometime in September or October. I'd like to do another video. We'll be in our house by then. Me and Will gonna be living together again in a house. Great. This is Triple H 365 So Fresh. Also, I can drink on this. It doesn't have to be 18 plus for me to drink on this. I'm allowed to. Let him stay. He can stay. Of course Will can stay. He won't stay though, because he'll get very bored because he finds me incredibly dull. I just need to double check on mistakes. Listen to 100% by Kisum, 0 by Minseo. Okay, yeah, I'll just grab my phone. I've left it in the kitchen. Fresh. Okay, so the steak should be done in a second. So let's just look up that song. Sorry, what was it? 100%. I just love Hyunna's voice. I think she's fantastic. Sorry, was that by Kisum? Kisum or 0 by Mint? Okay, oh, so they're 2 different songs. I'll put the Kisum song on next on the queue. Dylan, there's a private bathroom which I'll be using many times. I do have a private bathroom. I have an ensuite in the house, and Will is not welcome to use it. I have told him that. He has said he will be using it, and I can tell you right now, you won't be using it, Will. Will is your favourite guest. No, it's not. Matt from Kpop is everybody's favourite guest. In fact, I'm a little bit surprised he's not here. He should be moderating the chat, but he's not here, and I don't feel like we need a moderator because everybody here is lovely. Room's here. Hey, welcome. Good to see you again. So yes, Oh, Krista, is this the first time you've seen Will? Will is a lovely-ish guy. He's my friend from university. I'm eating salmon. Do you like it? I love salmon. Salmon is great. Add a little bit of pesto. Salmon's great. I love smoked salmon as well with some, scrambled eggs. Fantastic. I also like it with a little bit of sort of a garlic sauce. That's normal cooked salad, not smoked salmon. So yeah, let me just grab my steak because that's done now.
노력 없이 이루어지는 건 하나 없어 꿈 앞에 닿기 위해선 빛나는 노력 해 눈앞에 보이는 화려한 내 속지 뭐 딱딱하게 굳은 살은 속에 감추니까 Live my 100% day yeah of course I say yeah 매일 내게 더 충실해지자는 사소한 금이게 가끔 밤을 새우기도 밤을 먹기도 입을 먹고 기도 지금 나의 생활 오늘 나의 열정력이 스스로에 만족해 누구나가 다
No, I didn't die. I'm fine, guys. Sorry, that took a little bit longer. Okay, so the meal I've made today. Let me see if I can position this nicely so you guys can see it. So what we have here today, we have got a lovely rocket salad. We've got mashed potatoes, but it's not really finely mashed. It's not creamy, too creamy. It's not like a flat school meal. Horrible mashed potatoes. It's got a little bit of properly. It's like nicely cooked potatoes, but it's not super duper creamy or ridiculous smooth texture. And then we've got Sagnon pave steaks. And yeah, thank you very much for watching me cook the meal. A third channel coming soon, boys and girls? No, it is not. I'm very content with just the 2 channels. That's all I need in my life. Let's see. Look at that. Wow. That is the perfectly cooked steak. Perfect, well, in my opinion. Everybody likes steaks differently. You will never guess, but we have already made that joke. Cooking with Ginno. So yeah, let's keep this going. Keep some suggestions going. And once I'm done with my meal, we will continue as well. I've considered opening a cooking with, not opening a cooking with K-pop channel, but doing a series cooking with K-pop and trying to invite other K-pop YouTubers onto the stream, because Matt of Car K-pop used to host a podcast, and the podcast was a lot of fun. I was on there twice, but unfortunately it just never really got the support, which was quite frustrating because I always thought it was brilliant and it was so interesting. But honestly, people are less interested in K-pop reactors, reviewers, creators as people, and they just like to watch their general videos, and I always thought that was a bit disappointing, whereas they're more likely to watch, like a stream where the creator listens to the music whilst doing something. So I've always considered doing a stream, Will, you're thinking of a number between 1 and 100? 72. Trauma by 17. Ooh, good idea. What song is this? Oh, it's VixLR. No way. I thought I recognised Ravi's voice. So we'll do Whisper by Leo and Ravi. Leo's having a comeback in a couple of days. Looking forward to that. And then we'll listen to Trauma by 17. Zero by Mincio. Yes, that was the other one that was suggested, wasn't it? I can't wait for Leo's song, actually. I think that's going to be brilliant. His comeback is going to be brilliant. I had hopes for the podcast. It's quite sad it never got to. It is sad. I was speaking to Matt about it. It was ages ago now, actually. Because he really enjoyed it. Bryson enjoyed doing it. And the guests always enjoyed it. It just never got the support. And, it's always a shame when something that's actually really good doesn't get the support. And it is what it is. It was a really good podcast. I thought they were both brilliant. Matt and Bryson are both brilliant people. They're both got incredible personalities and motivation and drive. So yeah. I'd hopes that's the same one. The Mincio song will blow you away since it features an orchestra. That is my sort of song. So that I've added that to the queue. So after this song, the 17 song, and then it's the Mincio song. So let's have some more suggestions, and I will try to get to them as soon as possible. That steak is really, really good. The issue with steak is it gets cold quite quickly. Does anyone remember when he was just watched boy bands? What age? No, I don't think I ever just watched boy bands. I think that was everything on my channel. Always have been quite willing to listen to girl groups. I mean, you know, for a while, FX were one of my favourite groups, as were what are their names? AOA. Jeez, I just couldn't remember. For a while, but way back at the beginning, or 3 years ago, they were my favourites. Thanks for coming along, Dream, even if it's for a short period. Thank you very much for coming along. Just wondering if you guys can actually hear the music particularly well. Just going to bring it a bit closer. Have I listened to the new 17 mini album? Oh, I'm not sure if it made much impact on me. I've had so many music releases recently. I think I liked the title track quite a bit. Have I? Which one was it? Was it You Make My Day, was it? And the title track was Oh My. Yes, I liked Oh My, and then the rest of the album I was a little bit unenthused by. I wasn't so keen on the rest of it, if I'm going to be completely honest. I thought it was a little bit basic, a little bit dull, but you can't love them all. And you know what, you can't just invite people round to our house. You can't invite people around to our house. SM recently released a music video for FS song Signal. Did they? Are you sure? I didn't see anything about that. I mean, FX certainly aren't going to be having a comeback anytime soon. Or ever. Have they? I didn't see that. I feel like I would have been notified about that. All I can see is the audio version. I don't see a music video for it. I'm not quite sure what you're talking about. EXO's comeback is supposedly near. We still haven't really had official comebacks, but there's rumours they've dyed their hair colours, and because they were seen at an airport, every single one of them had hats and they were trying to hide from cameras, which, you know, maybe that's fairly normal in some circumstances, but often EXO members are quite in front of the cameras and stuff, but they very much did, you know, I'm hoping it's soon. I'm personally hoping it is in late August or something. I prefer it that than being in September, because September's a bit of a busy month for me. Whereas August is sort of freed up for me. That's why I'm here. I would have been in Manchester right now, but everything capitulated essentially, and it's a shame. But I'm fairly happy here. I'm just, you know, I would be making videos, but unfortunately my camera's broken, so I can't. Can you do Run by Lee Jin and Grey? Yes, I quite like Grey actually. I haven't heard of that song. I do like Grey. So what song is it? Can you do Run? Just Run then. And Legion. It's just by Legion on here, so I'll see. I'll add it to the queue anyway. This song, this is on one of 17's albums. Don't remember which mini album it was, but this was on one of my favourite 17 mini albums. I think this was one of my favourites. I recently discovered Mamamoo and I love them so much. What's your favourite song by them? I'm a big fan of Declamania or whatever it's called. I did like that. I've never been able to pronounce it. And also there was that Mamamoo track on the Yellow Flower. I'm sorry, I'm incredibly bad with names of songs and stuff. Not singles. Where's the albums? Why is it not showing up? Oh, did they not have it on Spotify? Makes sense, they don't have it on Spotify. This is Zero by Mincio. You typed in FX Signal and found the music. I didn't. That's weird. I'll just look it up, the Mamamoo track I'm thinking of. It's on Yellow Flower. Oh, is it Starry Night? That's it. I love Starry Night. I think it's gorgeous. How did I not find that FX thing? FX, it just won't come up. It just doesn't come up with a music video. How bizarre. Very, very bizarre. It's from their full-length album Teenage. Is that 17? Okay, that's the one I like. That's the FX 17 album I like a lot. Lee Ginno is more of a jazz singer, so the collab I never saw happening. It's weird to hear jazz in K-pop. Yes and no. K-pop isn't a genre anymore. It's an industry. So I'm never surprised when I hear certain sounds anymore because it's so varied these days and there's so many different sounds you can hear. And I think that's fantastic. And that's brilliant that there's so many different sounds you can hear. And it's, yeah, I mean, it shows the evolution of the industry. That, you know, a traditional jazz singer is willing to say, yes, I'm doing a K-pop collab. I'm joining, well, not joining the industry, but collaborating with this industry. Might turn it up a little bit. Have you had a good day? Yeah, I'd say it's been a fine day. Absolutely fine. Nothing's gone wrong, and I'm happy and confident. So yeah, it's been a good day. Other than like my camera broke another day, a couple days ago. But it's frustrating not being able to create a video in the day. Oh, I've been writing a couple scripts. Once my new camera has arrived, I'm going to be doing my Why Are EXO So Successful video. I'm also on my second channel, Ginnoville, which you can see up on the screen. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'm going to be doing a Denzel Curry album review. I also have a couple other videos that I'm going to put on there. I have some ideas for videos I want to make, so stay tuned. And once I get my new camera, I've decided to upgrade cameras as well. Luckily, what's great is my lens that I have right now fits the camera that I'm buying, so I don't have to buy a new lens or anything like that. And the camera I'm buying is second-hand anyway, so it's a decent price. And yeah, it's definitely an upgrade. So I'm looking forward to seeing what sort of things I can do with it. One of the big improvements is I will now be able to upload with 60 FPS, so the frame rate's going to be much better. It's going to look better. Colors are going to be nicer. But also, one of the old issues with my old camera is it just destroyed SD cards. I don't know what it was. It just destroyed SD cards. Who knows? Who knows? Can you do Jia Junsu, The Way from the Death Note musical? I did a bunch of reactions to the Death Note musical a while ago, didn't I? And I quite enjoyed them. Is it available on Spotify and stuff? And is it in Korean, or is it owned by like a Japanese company? Just want to clear that up. The music video for the song is a boy and girl doing parkour as a game out. That's kind of cool. Have you heard Blue Moon on B2B's new album? If so, did you like it? I was a little bit disappointed with B2B's new album. I'm not going to lie. I wasn't so enthused. I thought it was pretty disappointing overall. That's why I didn't really talk about it all that much. B2B are one of my favourite vocal groups, but I found they were heavily reliant on their production and instrument and the rest of the instrumentals, and I just didn't find them interesting at all, and their vocals can only carry them so far. I thought, once again, their vocals were fantastic and creative and interesting, but the actual instrumentals were boring, and that's a damn shame. I can tell you that for sure. It's a damn shame. Now, I don't know Blue Moon in particular. So that was, yeah, This Is Us. That was it. There was 7 tracks. Blue Moon was in the middle. Which one did I like? I quite like the title track. Only one for me. It grew on me quite a bit. And then The Feeling, I guess. The outro track was alright. I wasn't so keen on the rest of them, if I'm going to be completely honest. It should be on Spotify and it's in Korean. Oh, okay, yeah, I'll put that on next then. So that's the Death Note one. So let me just... that's Apple Music. That's definitely not the right one. Jia Junsu. Oh god, I'm running out of battery. Once I'm finished with my dinner, I definitely need to get my charger. What song is it? The Way. It doesn't seem to be on Spotify, I'm afraid. Sorry. She did the piano for this song. Lee Jin is an amazing singer, I'm gonna guess, and pianist. She did the piano for this. That's brilliant. Play This Stop by Hui Yua and Wusok. Sure. I have never heard that song before. It's been nice to see you, Ginno. I've got to go. Thank you very much for coming out. I hope you have enjoyed. Yeah. Is it This Stop Is? Yes. Okay, I'll put that on the queue for next, I guess. I'm not sure if I have anything else on the queue. Sorry, I need to hurry up and eat this so it doesn't go completely cold. If any of you have eating ASMR kinks or whatever, this is like the perfect thing for it. See, I've cooked this steak, it seems a little bit more or something. Maybe it wasn't quite as thick. So this is not how I like my steak. So you probably won't be able to tell from the colour there, but it's a bit too cooked for my taste. I'm loving the sound of this song actually. It's really nicely put together, fun composing, fun vocals, very atmospheric. I'm really liking this female vocalist. Who is this female vocalist? I don't think I've heard of her before. Okay, I'm gonna have to do some research into the song. I'm really liking it though. I'd really like to start listening to EXO and BTS. Any song suggestions? Thing is with EXO and BTS is both of them have these, you know, banger types that lots of people enjoy. But if you don't enjoy those banger types, then there's no point suggesting them. I think if you want a real feeling for what the two groups are like, with BTS, I suggest something like The Truth Untold, Serendipity, Singularity, Mass City, Dead Leaves, Run. Those are some of my favourite BTS songs. EXO, Sweet Lies, Call Me Baby, I think will always be a little favourite of mine. Let's see. I'm a big fan of Coco Bop, but I know lots of EXO fans actually aren't a big fan of that song. Let's see what else. Pretty much anything off The War I love, but it just doesn't appeal to everybody. So you know, that is what it is. Run by accident, that's a good idea. Making burgers by hand is so stressful. No, it's not. It's easy peasy. Also, the best way to make burgers, actually. You know, you can have them made in stores or whatever, buy them pre-made or whatever. I'm liking this. I've always been a big fan of, you know, I can never pronounce the name, who, he's a Pentagon member. He's fantastic. Always been a big fan of his vocals and his music composing. He's a fantastic songwriter and music composer. Anyway, let's get some more suggestions. Jelly by Hot Shot. I don't think I've ever listened to that. That cover for this song really reminds me of that Kel Chris. He's a rapper. It really reminds me of that cover from his latest sort of a collab album. I've forgotten the partner who he sang with. But yeah. Okay. UI is more of a dancer, no my girl, but her vocals in this song really shine. I have been enjoying her vocals. I don't think she's had to hit many difficult notes though, so I think it's always very hard to judge a lot of idol singers on their vocal ability, because so many of the vocals they do in these songs are very, very simple, and that's not a criticism, that's the sound and type. You know, you can only do what's in front of you, but she does seem to have a nice voice, definitely a nice tone, and is displaying some fantastic emotion and range. I'm a very slow eater, guys. I apologise. I'll be finished in a second. It's a nice intro. Since you like have you listened to any of Ginho's covers since you did the reactions? I have a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, I don't tend to watch so many YouTube videos of groups outside of, you know, time now. I do tend to just listen to general music releases that I can listen to on, you know, Apple Music or whatever. So I haven't recently been keeping up with them. I know he still does them. Apologies for this being a little bit of a lull in the stream. This is the disadvantage with doing this cooking type of stream, is I do spend a lot of it eating. I'm liking the instrumental for this. Let's get some more suggestions. Come on, guys, I need some more. Can you do Strange by Mask? Once again, I'm being exposed to so many new artists and stuff. Oh, I really do. Is this? What is this? Is this K-pop? I've never heard of that. I'll put it on the stream. Yeah, it must be K-pop. I don't know. I play La La Love Song by Baekhyun or 59. When did that song come out? I'm a big fan of Yeren. So what's that? La 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 Love Song. I really want a 59 comeback, or just a Park Jimin comeback in general. I haven't heard anything from her in ages. It doesn't seem to be on Spotify, I'm sorry, probably won't be able to do that. They really want to have to play a YouTube video. Mask is a group, okay, I've never heard of them. Krista, I think I need to go, I need to wake up before 6 AM. That's way too early to be waking up, but good luck with it, and thank you very much for coming out. It's always been enjoyable to have you here. Very underrated though, but must be, I mean, I feel like I've heard of every group at some point, but I've genuinely never heard of Mask, if that's how you pronounce their name. Did I see Park Hyung's new song Instant yet? No, I haven't. Should I check that out? Oh, guess a bit of news. I spoke to my brother, my older brother, who is 21, for the first time in 6.5 months today. So that was cool. That was weird. Just randomly rang up. It was nice to speak to him again. It's been far too long. Yeah. Play Sleeping Beauty, End of the World X Epic High. I feel like I have listened to that song before, but I might listen to it anyway. Don't know. If you don't know, Epic High are one of my all-time favorite groups. I think they're brilliant. Tablo is one of my favorite Korean rappers, just general rappers. I think he's amazing. Is that Sleeping Beauty? Yes, so that's that. So I'll add that to the queue. Soul Train by Teen Top. Did you hear that one of the members of Spectrum passed away yesterday? I'm sorry, I don't know Spectrum. And I know that a trainee, a K-pop trainee died yesterday. I hadn't heard of him, or I don't think the company either. So I passingly heard yesterday that happened. But I'm not really aware of him or anything, so I don't feel like I could comment on it. I don't know. Soul Train by Teen Top, I'll add. I'm afraid that Teen Top song is not on Spotify. Sorry, could we get some more suggestions? Spectrum only released like one music video. Oh, okay. So they were relatively new, and he was a trainee still, wasn't he? He was only 20. It's terribly sad. Don't feel like I can say much more on it if I'm going to be honest. Yeah, very sad. And anytime someone dies, it's terribly sad. But it's even worse when they're very young and they I don't want to say had a lot of talent, because it's sad that even if people don't have talent. I don't have much talent. If I died, it would still be sad, I would hope. But yeah, no, it is terribly sad. Is that what all that stuff about not doing what's it called? Selka Days was about? I saw that. I thought that was a bit strange that the people were like, let's not do a Selka Day this month or something. I thought that was a bit strange. What's Good by Neil? Ah, that is indeed on Spotify, so I'll add that to the queue. Think they Oh, okay, so they had already debuted, so he was no longer a trainee. I was reading places that he was still a trainee. But yeah, have we heard how he died? I mean, I passingly saw it on Twitter. I think a fellow K-pop YouTuber, I think it might have been Jess Life or something, had posted about it. That was amazing. Okay, so this is Instant by Park Hyung. Really enjoyed the intro. Okay. Can you please do Kim Rywook Like a Star? I'm assuming that's Rywook as in Super Junior's Rywook. Then yes, I will do anything by Rywook. Let's hope it's on Spotify. He sounds very similar to G-Dragon. Is that just me? So is that Like a Star? Like a Star, yes. Off the Little Prince. I've listened to some Little Prince. So I'll add that to the queue. Hasn't been announced how he does. Yeah, well, I sort of hope they don't. I always thought it was. I remember. I'm not sure if I want to talk about it really, but I remember when Jonghyun passed away, and everybody was speculating about how he died, and I just thought that was terrible. Thought that you can't just pay your respects and move on rather than being like, how did he die? I just thought that was horrible. And you know, someone like me who had such a connection to him and how much I loved him, it kind of hurt to see so many people who obviously didn't really know / care were just asking, oh, wow, how did he die? And then once it was announced, they were like, wow, we really need to talk about mental health. And you know, it was, yeah. Anyway, that is what it is. I don't want to talk about it too much because it's still very raw for me and for a lot of people, and I still struggle listening. I still struggle listening to Jonghyun's stuff. I can't listen to poet artist that much. My dog's going barking. I can't listen to poet artist. I really can't. I have listened to it, but I can't listen to it. I can't listen to it for pleasure. It's too painful. Even the shiny tracks I was struggling with. Sorry, I just need to turn on my light. The new shiny tracks I struggle with. You know, I could deal with. I can listen to some of that older stuff because I have such a positive feeling about those, but the new ones are, I don't want to say tainted, but obviously, you know, there's a lot of pain still there and hurt. Jonky is like, I still struggle to listen to Shiny without crying. It is tough. I mean, my Twitter DMs, my Instagram DMs are always open if people want to have conversations, and people have reached out to me who want to talk about it, but they don't have anybody in their lives to talk about, and they don't want to talk about it over Twitter or tweet out to random people. They want to talk about someone. That's how I've sort of, you know, spoken about things with people by Twitter DMs and Instagram DMs, that sort of thing. But yeah, Minwoo passed away a couple of months ago and barely anyone knew about it. Yeah, really, barely anybody even know. Like, you know, people would tweet about it and stuff, and then they'd be like, wow, we really need to do something, and I'm so disingenuous. I hated that, how disingenuous some people were, but that is what it is. Yeah, people always have to make a big thing about it. They don't care about others' feelings. I find that as well. You know, I saw random people on Twitter saying things like, you need to support your idols so they don't end up like Jonghyun. And I was so furious when I saw a couple tweets like that, and I was so furious. I was like, you can't take him and his experiences and his life and say you can't let him end up like this. Like, that's something Showells did. People who love Shiny did. No, they didn't do that. They didn't let him. And don't say your ridiculous obsession with another idol is an excuse, like as an excuse, like, oh, I'm trying to prevent them. That really hurt, and that was nasty, and it's people being immature and not understanding Jonghyun and what he went through and his life, and it hurt me so much to the core. Seeing that, I really sometimes I hated Twitter during those moments. You know, Christmas last year was a really tough period for me with everything, and I really couldn't go on Twitter because it really hurt, and it was painful to see some of these ignorant people saying things like that. And you know, the amount of people I unfollowed or blocked or whatever, or people, some of my peers, what they did, I lost a lot of respect for a lot of my peers with how they handled that situation and the videos they made on it. And there was, you know, there's people in those groups that I really liked, who I'd spoken to, but I wouldn't be seen dead with them now because of how they responded to that. And I don't care really how much they apologise for what they did. You know better than to do the sort of things they did as a kid, because you know not to be insensitive. I'm sorry, I'm going off on a rant here, but yeah, that's my opinion on that shitty situation and what it is. So I need to get my charger because my laptop is about to die. I will be back in about half a minute. Sorry about that. Was just grabbing my charger. Okay, sorry about that. I don't know what happened there. Don't know why that stopped streaming. Sorry, not sure what happened there. Sorry, I'm back. I'm not able to listen to Tell Me What to Do. Neither. I don't think so, no. Jonghyun was one of the idols who inspired me to come out, so it feels horrible. Yes. The love, joy, and inspiration he spread, his songwriting ability, his musical composing ability. Yeah, that's why I fell in love with him originally, and then I really connected with his personality, who he was, and what he talked about. Yeah. I only started really getting into Shiny recently, but I've seen a bit and I knew about them before, but I was very sad when I heard about it all. Yeah, look, I think a lot of people, you know, were like that. They'd listen to some, but they weren't necessarily involved, but you still feel it. Yeah, I saw a lot of videos that really pissed me off. Too many. There's too many people making videos about it and not handling it well. As in, like, they obviously didn't have an emotional connection. They were just making a video because that was topical and they knew people would watch it. And I think that's... yeah, I don't want to talk about it too much because they are my peers in the end and whatever. And I don't want to cause drama because that's not me. I don't do that. But yeah, it's so often that you never know that someone has this stuff going on. They don't want people to see till they reach out. It's not that anyone let it happen. Jonghyun had his struggles as do everyone. Yes, exactly. You can't really, like, you can always, you know, you're there for your friends, you know. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I've spoken about it before, and I have tried to pick my words carefully, and I feel I have, and then I see other people not, and it well, Jessica, you said it disgusts me the way people handled. Okay, sorry guys, my internet is being really shitty. Okay, hopefully that's back on. Sorry, my internet is being really shitty. I think I might have to end the stream in sooner than expected, maybe like 30 minutes rather than an hour, because my internet is being really shitty, but it's also shaping up to be a storm, and I don't really want to be streaming whilst it's storming. So yeah. Okay, well, let's get some suggestions going. We're listening to Like a Star by Ryuk of Super Junior right now, and it's lovely. I love his voice, but we need some more suggestions. We've now got to that point in the stream where you can ask for anything really. There's no longer do you need to suggest songs that you don't think I've heard. Let's just listen to some music that people want to listen to. Maybe I'll put in a playlist or something, but yeah. Oh, Bonnie by, is that Glabingo? I've not heard of Glabingo. Always good to be made aware of new artists. Is that Bonnie? Okay, yeah, I'll add that to the queue. So yeah, thank you though for everybody that is here. I know it's a weird time to be streaming at. It works for me. It's not too late for me. I can do it whilst cooking and stuff. And my dinner is, you know, I eat a lot, but also it just, you know, it's easier for me to do now than later. So yeah, any Sujo song, Monster by Sujo. That sounds about right. Okay. Does Super Junior have a song called Monster? There it is. It's off. Sorry. Okay. Did I just dribble on the table? That was disgusting. I apologise wholeheartedly. What time is it at your end? It's 9:30 right now, so it's not very late. But I don't like streaming at like 12 o'clock at night because I find I have no energy. I'm just all over the place, and I have no energy, and it's boring as shit. And this isn't like the most interesting thing in the world anyway. But yeah, I'm always coming up with new ways to make streaming more interesting. I've considered maybe doing sort of a gaming stream, but I don't feel like my audience here is interested in that at all. Like if I was playing Fortnite or you know, maybe like a you know, Mario or Zelda or whatever whilst you guys were watching, would you be interested in that? I feel like you probably wouldn't. I think that this is sort of the best way to do it whilst I'm preparing food, and then I can just talk to you and listen to K-pop. You know, I used to do this stream a lot. I used to do it weekly, and I hope to do that next year. Depends what my internet is like where I live next year. But as you can see here, it's terrible in Paris. Paris just does not have good internet. It's a damn shame. Anyway, this is Bonnie Glabingo. Let's get some more suggesting songs. We got the Super Junior song coming on next, but I'd like some more. Sunny Summer by G-Friend. Yeah, sure. They had a comeback recently, which I missed because I was away in England and I couldn't film, and my camera's breaking down. Magic Shot by BTS. Oh, do we have to? I'm sorry, I'm not a big fan of Magic Shop. It is probably one of my least favourite BTS tracks. Yeah. Glabingo, he's like 16, very talented, very underrated. He's 16, that's impressive. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm quite enjoying the song so far, but it does sound a little bit cliche, as in that the production is fairly simplistic. Some interesting vocal delivery, but it's not the most interesting. My little bro is obsessed with those Fortnite dances, and it's weird. Yeah, the kids are like that. They just get hooked on certain things. Kids are weird. Sorry, I wasn't able to hear your replay of your question of my favourite Mamamoo song. Probably Starry Night. I think that's what I would go for. Starry Night off the Yellow Flower. I think so, yeah. It's a gorgeous song, actually. Star by Vromance. God, I haven't listened to Vromance in ages. Yes, I'll add that to the queue, so that'll be coming along at some point. Do I want some pudding? Do I want some dessert? I don't really fancy cake. I don't really fancy ice cream. I don't know. Yeah. You're barely not a kid yourself, you twit. I'm not a kid. I'm not a kid. I'm older than a kid. I'm not a kid anymore. I am 20 years old. I don't think I can be classified as a kid. In fact, I'm an adult. I should be working. Instead, I'm at university, because that's the way forward in life, right? Getting an education, even though you already have an education. You want to? Of course I want dessert. I do want dessert, but at the same time, I've already had a piece of the cake I made today, so I'm watching my weight. I'm joking. I don't really need to watch my weight at the moment because I'm doing exercises, but at the same time, I don't want to have much sugar. That 20 does not count as a kid, unless I make mistakes and, you know, do something stupid, in which case I am a kid and I'm very immature. Did you react to Error by Vix? Ages ago, yes. That was yonks and yonks ago, you know, a couple of years ago. God. Yeah, I mean, Vix, God, I remember right when, at the beginning when I did my original Vix reactions to things like Jekyll and Hyde and Chain, all that stuff. That was brilliant. Oh, it was just Hyde, wasn't it? Yeah, just Hyde. You're not going to make dessert now. I probably just have some ice cream, to be honest. I'm going to bake some cookies, biscuits, at some point this week. So I might. Do you guys want to see me bake cookies? Yeah, that'd be fun, wouldn't it? Surely. I'll make my dinner beforehand, and then we'll bake some biscuits together, and we'll do the stream a little later or something. I don't know. Shinhwa Wild Eyes. God, I haven't heard Shinhwa in ages. That's mad. Ooh, is it on Spotify though? Oh, come on. How can I not type that? Shinhwa Wild. There it is. Off their 4th album, wow. It's crazy to think about all the old K-pop groups, the big ones, you know, TVXQ, M Black, Shinhwa, all that lot. And some of them are still making music to this day. Crazy. Anyway, yeah, so if you guys have any questions, go ahead, ask anything, really. Like, I don't think I'd not answer anything at this point. You guys have got me drunk enough, so I'd pretty much answer anything. Ginno, I know you don't do these videos anymore. Can you consider reacting to unintentionally funny English lyrics in K-pop songs? I would probably have to scope out the video before, but in general I don't. It's yeah, I mean, it's just in terms of content, I don't enjoy making those sort of videos, so I enjoy watching them, but in terms of what the video is, I don't really enjoy making them. Baking with Ginno, I feel like I'd be copying Baking with Leighton, which is Daniel Layton's channel. He does baking and he has guests, so I feel like I would be stealing his brand if I did that. Do I like 90s K-pop groups? I have listened to a couple 90s K-pop groups. The music sounds incredibly dated these days, so I don't tend to enjoy it so much. I'm not, in general, 90s pop music in the US. I don't care for English 90s pop music. I don't care for hip-hop is a different story. 90s hip-hop I love. But, yeah. I know lots of people do miss those videos, but it's a conscious decision I've made in terms of improving my content and being proud of the videos I make. And when people look up my channel and see it and they know me, I want them to think, wow, these are interesting videos, not, you know, reaction to, you know, English time but with 17 or whatever. I enjoy watching those videos, but it's not good content. I don't know. It's a conundrum, and I see a lot of my fellow creators doing it, and I do think, you know, oh, it'd be so easy. And those sort of videos, they earn money as well because you can get ads on them. They don't get claims on, and they're great and they're long, and you get lots of ad revenue, whatever. But they're just not good videos. I don't know. I prefer to do my reaction reviews and then make other content and Ginno and Juice or whatever. Baking with Dylan Ginno. Would you want to see that as a stream though? I mean, like, how would I incorporate K-pop into that? I think it would be fun though. This is Sunny Summer by G-Friend. Hi, welcome to the stream. I'm Korean. Thank you. Thank you very much for coming out. Welcome to the stream. This is very disorganized, but thank you very much for coming out. Do I know Jinsung and Wisong? Not by name. If you have any song suggestions, go ahead. Or just make a baking channel and become a famous chef. I don't think I'm quite good enough for that, to be completely honest. And I definitely don't need another channel alongside this one, Dylan Ginno and Ginnoville. I've more than enough on my plate, and doing university and applying for internships and doing everything else, just generally living. It's quite hard. Random question you may never have been asked: what kind of apple is superior? The best apples are pink ladies. I'm partial to a Braeburn. Not into green apples. Any Granny Smiths. None of them taste nice to me. Pink ladies are the best. What have you said? Pink. You think pink ladies are the best as well? Well, we're in agreement. Pink to pink ladies. Fantastic. K-pop could be your background music, or you should try and make Korean desserts. Maybe. That could be interesting. Trying to cook Korean foods. That'd be fun, actually. Different type of content. Ginno's cookie stream. Yeah, not so much sure many people. Do a K-pop reaction video with Gordon Ramsay. I'm not so sure he'd be willing to do that. As lovely as he is, I'm not so sure he could sit down and watch a K-pop music video, and I think he'd just say, "This is shit. This is shit. You're shit. Everything's shit." Do Perry Storm, but I doubt it's on there. Perry Storm. Okay. Interesting spelling of doubt. Your grammar sucks so much. Sorry, that was a reference that I don't know how many people will get. I really hope people get it. Perry Storm, it is on there. I will add that to the queue. I figured out my question. Have you made your bed? I must ask again, at least. No, I have not made my bed. It's far too hot for me to make a bed. I don't have a duvet. I just sleep on top of my bed. What are my thoughts about J-pop? I like some Japanese artists. I mean, it's like K-pop. Do I like K-pop? I like some Korean artists. You know, I like certain artists and the sound, the musics they make. So I've found some Japanese artists I do like and I listen to, and some particular genres. I'm not so into stereotypical J-pop. I mentioned this earlier in the stream, but I'm not so keen on Korean groups doing Japanese songs, because I tend to find they are appealing to a certain demographic and style and sound, and I don't enjoy that much. Yes, it was a Jax Films reference, and I'm very proud to have made that reference. Yeah. Perry Storm is like 20 years old, so it's an old song. Okay, I'd never heard of it. Hello world. Yeah, so continue asking questions if you like. I am looking for more music, more songs, and any questions. I'll probably end off the stream in about 15 minutes. So I guess I'll say it now. Thank you very much for coming out. Like, honestly, I love these little streams. There's about 16, 17 people in this stream right now, and that is the perfect amount for me, because really I hate it when there's loads of people in streams, because I just can't communicate with people. I like it when it's more, you know, it's like talking to a classroom almost. And I don't ever like, I used to do some streams and there would be sort of 80, 90 people in there, and it would just go by so quickly. I'd be like overwhelmed, mad. Have I ever watched K-dramas? I'm not really into K-dramas. I'm not into dramas in general. I'm not a drama fan. I like TV shows, certain types of TV shows, but they're never really dramas. Dancing for the Star is amazing. Probably. Have you heard the English version of the song from Death Note's musical? Maybe, I don't know, probably not. Wow, we have been compared to a glass and we made it. Honestly, yes, I'm educating you guys about everything today. No, I haven't. You guys have been educating me, actually, really. That's what's great. I mean, too many creators take it as, you guys look up to me, but really it's not like that at all. Really, it's more of like such a mutualistic relationship. It's far more one-on-one than some creators, you know, make it out to be. You know, I don't know. Some creators have a very weird and crazy view of what, you know, being an influencer or whatever is, you know, I don't know. Something I've been noticing recently in the K-pop community, too many people are cult personalities and not genuine people. But that is what it is, and I'm not going to call out people or whatever. I myself like J-Rock more, like One OK Rock. Do you know them? Yes, I'm vaguely aware of them. I can't say I've listened to much. J-Rock is interesting. You know, it's a big genre, but it is interesting. I do judge grammar. I'm very judgmental. I'm an incredibly judgmental person. I miss EXO. I miss EXO as well. I constantly miss EXO. You know, EXO CBX's comebacks because they had a Korean and a Japanese one, but it did tide me over a little bit. But in general, I wasn't too big a fan of Horololo, so it was just Blooming Days, and there wasn't that much music there to keep me ahead. Play Sexy for Ava by J Park. Yeah, go on then. I'll listen to some J Park. Did a fair bit of J Park yesterday. Sexy Forever is that was off his new stuff, wasn't it? Ask About Me it was on, wasn't it? Yeah, I quite liked that. I gave it a 7 out of 10 on Twitter. Do you like reading? If so, what genre books? Any recommendations? I'm a big reader. I'm big into reading generally biographies, science fiction. My favourite books, obviously, the Song of Ice and Fire books are brilliant. Those are the Game of Thrones books, but Song of Ice and Fire. As a kid, I was a big fan of the Cherub series. I was a big fan of the Alex Rider books. These days, I tend to be a biography fan, reading about people, their lives, and what they do. I quite like political books, sportsman's books, that sort of thing. What TV shows do I watch? Anything and everything. I've watched so many different TV shows. Brooklyn Nine-Nine at the moment, of course. You know, I've loved it for ages, but got a big kick up the bum recently for you know, getting cancelled, and then coming back, and everyone was like, wow, this made, and I've been there like, I've been watching it for 3 years. And then I like a lot of Netflix series, you know, sort of Luke Cage, Daredevil, Narcos. I did like House of Cards. I did like Walking Dead, but I've stopped watching. Obviously, Game of Thrones, everybody watches that. There's a lot of other TV shows I do watch. I'm not remembering them all right now. It's funny, if someone asks you a question, you forget everything. Was the Netflix Death Note crap? Because I heard the main protagonist was shit. Netflix on Death Note was different. It was creative, but it wasn't very good. I thought it was pretty bad overall. I liked Ryuk's the whole setup. I thought that was good, but they did change the plot line, and they tried to make it more American, but there was too many shitty scenes, and the story was worse. The plot lines were just terrible, and it was a bit soppy and shitty, but that is what it is. Stranger Things, yes, obviously. Stranger Things, big fan of Stranger Things. I've actually barely seen Game of Thrones. Please watch it, it's very good. You know, there's always going to be a lot of criticism for a big show like that, but the spectacle and the enjoyment you can get from it is fantastic. Do you like Gotham? I haven't seen much Gotham. I really haven't. I keep on telling myself I will. But I'm not going to lie, I think it's part of the Marvel and the Song of Ice and Fire stuff, but I love connected universes. You know, I'm not very into watching one-off TV shows, especially like Gotham. I know it's like Batman and stuff, but I can't just watch it. I don't know. Like, I can't just watch that. I want it to connect to everything. Can you do Kill Bill by the Brown Eyed Guys? I feel like I have quite a queue lined up, and I want to end off the stream in 15 minutes, so we'll see where we are once I've finished the queue, and then I might play another track, like the Brown Eyed Girls track. So, yeah. Once my new camera has arrived, I'll be back to making more videos. I've a couple interesting videos. I have an EXO video lined up. I want to do an EXO stream at some point over the next couple weeks. If we get a comeback announcement, I will do a stream, an EXO dedicated stream, because I did one a while ago and people loved it, and I'd like to do it. Yeah, so I really want to do that. I like Marvel, but I really didn't like Avengers. I'm assuming was that the first one or the most recent one, or what are you referencing there? There's only a couple Marvel films that I don't really like. There's not many that I haven't liked. I enjoy them a lot. You know, they're not brilliant films, but I just like them. Do you watch any British dramas themselves? Dramas? I don't know about dramas, but I do watch British TV. You know, Peaky Blinders. I'm a Doctor Who fan, I'm not going to lie. Also, well, obviously Sherlock, that's a classic. I'm a big fan of British comedy TV shows as well, you know, sort of the Ricky Gervais Office, Derek. I also like comedy panel shows like Mock the Week, 8 out of 10 Cat, so I watch a lot of that. I couldn't deal with Game of Thrones, watched 1.5 seasons, but then I couldn't bear it no more, I'm too sensitive. I understand that, but eventually you get used to it, and it's all make-believe, so it's, you know, it is what it is. Some people just don't enjoy that, but you know, it's the story and the plot lines and the politics that I like, less so than the gore and the CGI and the dragons and whatever. Me and you need to have a Doctor Who marathon. I have marathoned Doctor Who too many times. I'm not gonna. I feel like I would just get bored if I watched it again. I've watched every single episode like 4 times. Yeah. Check out Royal Pirates Run. I have heard the song before. Yeah. 10 years old GD is featured in the song. Is it? That's interesting. Yeah. Twice versus Blackpink. I'm assuming you're asking my opinion. They are very different groups. Very, very different groups. Making different sounds and appealing to different demographics, I believe. I like both of them. In general, Blackpink's style and brand of music does appeal more to my taste. And Twice sometimes do put out 2 generic tracks. But, you know, both fantastic artists in their own right. Have you seen Mrs. Brown Boys? I have. I don't find it particularly funny. Game of Thrones, you just don't plan to get attached to too many characters. Even I know that. Yeah, I mean, I love a load of the characters, but you know, it is what it is, and they're all very complex. You know, there's no good and bad really characters. You know, so many people like to line it up like that, but they really aren't. They're all pretty terrible. EXO or BTS? I cannot answer that question. I'm afraid, cannot answer that question. I like both groups independently, and I don't think it's really possible to compare them because they make very different sounds. Goth Detectives. Oh god, my dad met Noel Fielding recently at a cricket game, well, Russell Brand is Russell Brand, but Noel Fielding I love. I think he's brilliant. Twice is hit or miss for me. I mean, that is what it is. What fandom do you think the majority of your subscribers? It used to be EXO. I used to have a lot of EXO subscribers. On my old channel, there was a lot of BTS subscribers. These days, I think there's such a mix. And I make such a mix of videos, I don't think it's dominated by any particular set of fans. And I prefer it that way, actually. I would watch Game of Thrones, but I don't do gore. You get used to it. You really do. You get very, very used to it. BTS equals Bangtan's on your leg. Yes. Alright, this is Sex Forever by Jay Park off his new album. Ask about that. About that? Yeah. Do you watch The Chase? I don't. I'm not so into that. I'm more into comedy shows than those sort of game shows. Game shows I do like. I quite like Pointless. That's a good show. The Chase, I mean, it's interesting, but, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, I'm going to sack off pudding. I don't need pudding. Noel Fielding is brilliant. He is. He really is. I remember you had some beef when you released the worst fandoms videos. What did you think about fandoms now? Yeah, I mean, those... I made search for the worst K-pop fandoms, and I think I got the titles wrong, and I understand why people got pissed off about them. I understand. What I was trying to get at was I was trying to find like the worst of the people within fandoms, but what it came across as was I was saying, oh, the armies are the worst fandom, X-Wells are the worst fandom, whatever. It wasn't what I was trying to do, but it did come across like that, and I don't really want to make those videos anymore. Fandoms are inherently a bad thing for me. I think they encourage this stan culture, and I don't like that. Being a stan should not be something to be proud of. Stan, you know, is somebody who is obsessed with a group and cannot, you know, not think about them, and that for me is not a good thing to believe. It's a weird, complex relationship I have. I enjoy groups, and I would consider myself an ARMY and an XOL or whatever because I enjoy their music. But I'm not involved in the fandoms, and I don't want to be anymore. And I think a lot of people are the same now. They don't want to be involved in fandoms. Yeah, you should collab with JREKML. I wish I could collab with Dre. I would love to. We've not had a chat on Twitter. We've tweeted at each other a couple times, but I'm not entirely sure he's very aware of me. I would love to collab with him. Don't think he would collab with me. I think it would be a bit difficult, as we live in different countries. See, I like J-pop, but Soju was crap. I don't really remember Soju, which probably means it was crap because I'm not remembering it. Do you watch the US Shameless? I have not. People have told me it's good, but I haven't. My face is the same as G-Dragon. Oh. I mean, that you would be very lucky to have his face because he's a beautiful man. But fandom is your subscribers, so basically earning from them, but you don't like them. No, it's not. It's fandoms are like fans are fine, but it's I think inherently fandoms do turn to slightly toxic cultures and groups, and that is what it is. And I wouldn't say I earn money from them. I earn peanuts from YouTube, absolute peanuts. Can't live off this money. Like there's no money involved. Hey, we're listening to some NCT Dream. Haven't listened to it in a while. So I mean, yeah. Fandoms are a complicated issue, and a lot of K-pop YouTubers have very complex relationships with them, and it's what it is. Some Super Junior fans make me mad for banning Sungmin from the Suju card back for getting mad. Yeah, that was weird. That was very strange. Didn't understand why people were so angry about him getting married, but that's a different culture, and that is fandoms. You know, that is sometimes what happens. Obsessive behaviour is where fandoms turn out not to be great. Yes, exactly. Obsessive behaviours within fandoms, and there's often very small amounts, but it's the vocal minority or whatever, and that's what happens. But Patreon or how it's called, I don't have a Patreon anymore. I used to have a Patreon, I don't anymore because I don't need it. I don't need money. I'm comfortably off for money, and I don't earn much from YouTube. I'm comfortably off for money otherwise via other routes of income. Hey, I got here. Sorry for ruining the mood, but have you watched the new AW Deja? I have. I didn't do a reaction. I'm sorry. I was away whilst it came out, but I did. I have watched and listened to it. Did you watch the Tenny music video? So 1 foot, 159 centimeters. It was by a male singer, but the music video was about a lesbian relation. I'm not sure how they did it in Korea because not many people do. Yes. Well, I mean, like, I love Holland's music videos. I haven't watched Tenny's music video or whatever. I actually haven't heard of her, I guess. But I loved Holland's most music video. Song was but I did like the music video. I'm so lucky I matured fandom wise prior to K-pop and grew up before I reached Stan Twitter, because I probably would have been a mess if I joined when I was like 15. Yes, in general, it is the younger people who are the issue in these fandoms, and they do grow up eventually, but it does make for a really difficult time on Twitter. But you do sometimes run into older people who are quite toxic, and that is what it is. Have you heard about what happened with 101 fans? Not really. I really am not particularly aware of, groups. How do you like the new Shiny albums? I still find them very difficult to listen to. Part 3 was my favourite, and I have a big connection with that. And I bought Part 1, so I have that on my shelf, and it's beautiful, and I will hold it forever in my heart. You can be a fan but still be objective and critical. Indeed, and I think that does come with age. So yeah, I think it does come with age, and being objective is normal. You do grow into it, and I think when I was like 12, I loved everything Eminem dropped. I don't anymore. I've learned that there is quality, like there is such a thing as quality of music, and you can be critical of your favourite groups in something. Reaction is the lowest quality content here on YouTube and the easiest to make. Are you planning to evolve? I do. I have evolved, and I don't really make just reactions. That's why my content has changed. I do music video reaction reviews, but all my other content is different, and I don't make general reactions anymore. I'm so happy I don't use social media that cause much. I would go off on people. Yes, social media is like Twitter is. I hate Twitter sometimes, but at the same time I love it. But yeah, I remember you tried to make something different, but it didn't really get views. Are you working on something else or decided to step with action? I mean, I make different content constantly, but like my Ginno and Juice series, that was my comedy series, and people loved it. People who did watch it loved it, but not enough people watched it. You know, there was no transferable views. You know, the people who watch my BTS music video reactions and subscribed, you know, I now have like 25,000 subscribers, but they wouldn't watch my Ginno and Juices, and that is what it is. And it hurts, and it's like when you're making creative content and people don't want to watch it, it's painful. But I would say my reactions these days are not just reactions, they are reviews, and I do go in depth and I do try to talk about the music, and they are different to other reactors, and a lot of people like that style. Some people don't, but I think a lot of people do. I want Ginno and Juice to come back though. I want it to come back as well, but I might wait until my channel is a little bit larger and I have more people watching. Are you going to do a reaction to SF9 new music video Roll the Dice when it drops? Yes, I will be doing that when it comes out. And I think, I don't know whether I've ever done an SF9 music video as soon as it's come out. I can't remember doing one as soon as it came out, but yeah. Okay, well, I will be doing that when it does come out, hopefully, but my camera is broken. I cannot stress this enough. My camera is broken. I've ordered my new camera. Hopefully it will arrive on either the Monday or the Tuesday. I'm holding hope that it will be coming up soon, as soon as possible. I had it on expedited delivery, and when it gets here I will be making a bunch of videos. I've just realised I look incredibly tan today. I don't know whether that's the lighting or whatever, but I look great. Are you doing reactions tonight on the stream or just talking? I did do some reactions, but really it's just music playing in the background and me talking. I love Ginno and Juice, thank you. I loved it as well, and yeah, one day it will come back, but I might wait until I've hit sort of 30,000 or something, when I have a larger viewer base, and more people will be here to watch it and like me for my personality and the videos I make rather than everything else. But yeah. Yeah. Someone asking if the queue is empty, can you play 9 Muses? I'm actually going to end off the stream in a minute, because I want to go to bed. Well, I want to watch a film and then go to bed, but yeah. Are you actually going to start locking your door for this year at school? I go to university, not school. Sorry, just remembered, wanted to ask. No, I will lock it even less, because I'm living with my friends now rather than just loads of other people. What do you think about Mummerland copying Russian band Cerebro song? I have not heard of that. I'm not up to date on that, but I guess I will check that out in a second. But yeah, sorry, I'm going to end off the stream now. I want to watch a film and stuff and chill. But thank you so much for coming out to the stream. We've been streaming for 2 hours. It's been awesome, lots of fun, and I'll hopefully be doing this, maybe not tomorrow, but the next day on the Monday. I'm going to be doing a bunch over these next 2 weeks, so stay tuned. And yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, it's been lovely. Really, I do enjoy these streams so much because I can just chat, and it keeps me sane. Honestly, keeps me so sane at the moment. But yeah, so currently we're listening to Hyuna, and I feel like that's a good thing to end on. So thank you very much for watching. This has been Ginno on his channel. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, on my Instagram, subscribe to my other channel, Ginnoville. Link is in the description, I think. I'm not sure whether I remembered to put it in, but go subscribe there. I do loads of other content there. I do hip-hop, reactions, reviews, soul music, R&B, pop, rock, anything that is outside of K-pop, I generally do on there. This one's just for K-pop though. Thank you very much for watching. This is going to be Ginno signing out. See you guys soon. Yeah, hopefully soon.